Militia, climb up into the tower with me for a minute and look out over the yard. I've spent 40 years watching thousands of hands walk through those gates. I've seen the young bucks full of fire, and I've seen the seasoned operators who can smooth out concrete like silk. But I'm going to tell you the biggest tragedy I see on a job site, and it has nothing to do with a bad blueprint or a broken machine. It's the worker who is running at full throttle with absolutely no idea where they are going. They are working 60 hours a week, tearing up their boots, sweating through their shirts, but they don't have a target. They are just pulling the trigger, shooting aimlessly into the dark, wondering why they feel so empty at the end of the shift. Today we are talking about direction. If you don't have a specific mountain you are climbing, you aren't building a career, you are just serving a prison sentence with a paycheck. It's time to choose your target and lock your sights onto it. Look at a surveyor's transit. Before we dig a single spade of dirt or pour a yard of mud, we set a benchmark. We establish an exact point of elevation. Why? Because without that one fixed point, the entire foundation will be crooked. Your life works the exact same way. If you wake up every morning just to put in your time and buy groceries, you are drifting. Drifting breeds complacency, and complacency is the rust of a warrior's mind. I don't care if you are an apprentice pipe fitter or a senior crane op, you need an objective. Are you aiming to be the superintendent of this whole project in 5 years? Are you aiming to buy your own rig and be your own boss? Are you aiming to build a secure homestead that your family will inherit? Name the target. Write it down on the back of a blueprint or carve it into the inside of your gang box. When you have a target, the overtime stops being a heavy chain around your neck and starts being the fuel that drives you closer to the mark. To the women of the militia standing on the front line, I see you. And I know the specific grit it takes for you to navigate these environments, because you are out here breaking ground and holding your own in high voltage, heavy iron spaces. Your target needs to be crystal clear. Don't let the noise or the skeptics dictate your path. If your objective is to master that high-pressure welding rig or run the safety crew for the entire district, lock it in. When a woman in this militia decides exactly where she is going, she becomes an absolute force of nature. Your direction becomes your shield. The opinions of the small-minded hands on the crew don't matter when you are tracking a target that is miles ahead of where they are standing. Aim high, hold your line, and let your precision do the talking. Let's talk about the power of focus. When you are shooting aimlessly, every little distraction knocks you off course. A bad day on the site, a toxic foreman, or a wet season that shuts down the project will make you want to throw your tools in the river and quit. But when you are locked onto a target, those obstacles just become part of the terrain. The stoic warrior doesn't complain about the mud. They just adjust their boots and keep moving toward the coordinates. When the rain is pouring and the wind is howling across the wind farm, the man or woman with direction doesn't weaken. They look past the storm and see the destination. That target gives you a reason to endure. It transforms the raw, heavy labor into a calculated deployment. You aren't just swinging a hammer, you are driving a stake into the future you chose. I remember a hand named Davies back in the 90s. Davies was a brilliant mechanic, could fix an engine by the sound of the idle. But Davies didn't have a target. He lived paycheck to paycheck, weekend to weekend, drifting from one shutdown to another. He used to say, "I'm just going where the wind blows, boss." Well, the wind blew him right into burnout. By 35, he was bitter, tired, and his talent was wasted because he never aimed it at anything permanent. Contrast that with a young helper I had named Sarah. Sarah came onto the site knowing exactly what she wanted. She told me on day one she was going to master the electrical grid. She took the extra classes, she asked the hard questions, and she took the tough assignments because they lined up with her target. Today she runs the entire instrumentation division for a major refinery. She didn't have more raw talent than Davies, but she had a target. She wasn't shooting blind. To the men, arrogance thinks it's enough to just be strong. Stoic motivation knows that strength without a target is just a dangerous waste of energy. If you are just flexing your muscles and running your mouth without an ultimate objective, you are a loose cannon on the deck. Put your head down. Find your quiet center. Determine what your legacy is going to be. Are you building a name that your kids can be proud of? Are you securing the land that will keep your family safe from the chaos of this world? Once you define that target, your work takes on a sacred gravity. You become immovable. Every swing of the sledge, every turn of the wrench is a deliberate strike against failure. This is the call of the working militia united. We are an army of professionals, and an army doesn't just wander around the woods, it marches toward an objective. Stop letting the world tell you that your job is just a task. Your job is the tactical ground where you forge your destiny. If you've been shooting aimlessly, look inside yourself tonight. Clean the lenses of your scope. Find that fixed benchmark. Set your sights on the highest, most honorable version of your life and do not look away until the mission is accomplished. Stand fast, stand focused, and aim true. The hunt requires a target.